oh my God, now we have a podcast.
Holy shit.
Isn't that insane?
It's about damn time. We're taking over all media platforms with this.
Yep. We're taking on video games.
Yeah.
We're taking on movies coming soon.
Yeah, coming soon. Or maybe already there by the time. We'll see when this comes out. Probably coming soon.
Probably coming soon. And now podcasts.
And now podcasts. For everybody who just wanted to hear us talk more, here it is. This is exactly what you wanted.
Yeah, if you didn't want anything in the background, here it is.
You just want two guys talking about various things. Today we're here to talk about why women deserve less.
Okay. Yeah. You know what? I was wondering about the pay gap and when we were going to increase that.
Yeah, let's get that more. You know what I'm saying? But no, in all honesty, that's not what we're here to talk about.
That's not what we're talking about, no. We love women.
Yeah, they're cool. Crazy, no? We're not doing this. Anyways, that's not what we're here to talk about. What we're actually here to talk about is movies.
Yeah.
Specifically I always get the
Oscars.
Confused. The Oscars. I swear this isn't a job yet, but I swear I'm good at this, sort of. We're here to talk about the Oscars, which have passed.
They've been passed, but specifically we want to talk about how much the Oscars fucking suck, honestly.
Oh.
No, I'm going to be honest, because...
I didn't know we were slandering the Oscars.
Oh, no, I'm completely slandering the Oscars, and whoever's at, like, the head of the table or whoever's, like, the committee, because they don't even watch the movies. Like, we talked about this. They don't watch the movies. And the only reason that they gave the Oscar to Adrien Brody instead of Ralph Fiennes is because they thought Ralph Fiennes already won previously.
Can you explain real quick who Adrien Brody and Ralph Fiennes are?
Adrien Brody is The Brutalist, and Ralph Fiennes is Conclave.
These are the people who directed both movies?
No, these are the actors.
The actors. Okay.
Best actor.
Leading actors for both movies?
Leading actors, yes.
Okay, got you.
Yes. But Adrien Brody already won an Oscar in 2003 for The Pianist. So...
He did what? I'm sorry.
Nice.
But,
so, yeah, no, like, they don't watch... They didn't even watch Dune 2. And we watched Dune 2. So we're better than the committee already.
Yeah. That's how it always goes when it comes to reviewing things, especially on like a big platform. Because I know I can't speak too much to the movie aspect of this, but I know IGN definitely gets a lot of flack for that. Yeah. Not even just IGN, but just a lot of video game reviewers where it's like they just speed through the game just to get it done as quick as they can so they don't digest it. Granted, this case is worse because they're not even watching the movie. Period.
Right, and it's like your job is to watch a fucking movie. So watch the movie. Like, that's it.
It's one of those things where it's like, and I'm not defending them for it, but it's like you're damned if you do it and you're damned if you don't, because I imagine you have so many movies that you have to review. So it's like, you know, you're that's time. A movie is like an hour 30 minimum.
Yeah.
And then if you're watching like how many of the movies in the Oscars are more than an hour 30?
A lot.
Yeah.
Right? Lot. Because, yeah, a lot.
Even though I would figure if you're part of that committee, like, these should be, like, front and center in your schedule.
Right.
But, yeah, I can understand how it would be overwhelming. But then again, that's not my job. You signed up for that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's what you have to do.
And you know what's crazy? We're already better than them because we're taking notes. We're actually reviewing them. And guess what? We're going to be ranking them. We're going to find out which one is the best and which one is worthy of Best Picture. Yes,
we are. Now, just a little disclaimer. When we get into the movies... Actually, no, we'll get to that when we get to that.
Yeah.
We'll cross this bridge when we get to it. You'll see what we're talking about, or what I'm talking about. But yeah, so just a quick refresher of the movies that are nominated.
The 10 movies that we're watching are The Substance, Dune 2,
Damn,
Emilia Pérez,
Unfortunately,
I'm Still Here,
yes,
Wicked, Anora, Nickel Boys,
5 cents,
5 cents, The Brutalist, Conclave, and
I think that's a shape,
and A Complete Unknown.
It's gonna be known soon.
It is.
And yeah, that's gonna be our movies. We have we're working on it. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot. It's a lot of movie to get through.
It's
a lot of time.
It's a lot of time
and everything.
Our schedule is our
schedule is scheduling.
Yeah.
So I guess without further ado, we can go ahead and get right into it. Or did you want to go off on the committee a little bit more?
No, throughout these podcasts, I'll slander them more.
They'll catch their lashings just naturally as we go on.
Yeah,
with the
actually.
podcast. You know what? That's completely fair. Well, so the first movie that we're probably going to start off with here is The Substance.
Man, whoa! I love The Substance.
And so here's the disclaimer: we did make notes for everyone, except
The
Substance.
We didn't think to make notes. We thought the podcast was going to happen a little sooner.
Yeah.
But from what we know of The Substance, we will give our best foot forward.
And yeah, my memory is not too good, so we're gonna do our best. Even though I think The Substance did a good job at very memorable moments.
Oh my god,
so
yes.
I think that'll be fine.
Oh my goodness, I love The Substance.
Yeah, no, it was good. It was definitely. A good movie.
I told my mom, I was like, Mom, I love this movie. It's called The Substance. Mm-hmm. I really want you to watch it, but don't watch it. Yeah. But don't watch it. And she was like, "What? What do you mean?" And I was like, "You can watch it if you want, but just don't. Just you know."
Yeah, no, I know my mother would hate.
Yeah,
like this. She does not like blood or anything like this, and this is a body horror ass movie.
Oh my goodness! And I loved every second of it.
Yeah, it's pretty gosh darn good. It's a pretty like obvious plot, but not plot message, I should say. Mm-hmm. But I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think it's a very simple message that's getting across, and I think it does it well. I want to try to give a quick like summary of the movie, but I'm trying to remember how it goes.
Actually, if you can start, and whatever blanks you need to fill in, I can probably.
Actually, no, you start because you could probably rattle it off better than I can.
Okay.
Yeah.
We start off with Demi Moore's character. I'm not gonna remember character names. I'm so sorry. It was because it was.
If you can remember actor names, that's at least good. That's up to you guys. You guys have homework again. You guys have to look up the characters' names. That's on you.
Welcome to school, bitch.
Welcome to school. Yeah, you didn't realize when you started this podcast. Now you got homework.
But we start with Demi Moore's character, who is a fitness instructor, kind of guru, like Richard Simmons. Oh my goodness, what's her name? Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. I'm awful with names. I know who you're talking about.
Yes,
I think.
Yes. It's gonna kill me. But
jazzercise kind of deal.
Yes, we're doing the jazzercise. And she's been doing it for a long time. She's been doing it for a while, and she's good at it. But the big boys up at the top think it's time for someone new, someone younger, someone hotter,
someone less old.
Someone less of a hag.
They definitely put that in the forefront.
Yeah,
that this is what the movie is.
Yeah, and they do a great job of having every single like male character like represent like what they were meant to represent. You know what I mean? Like the men, the corporate men who were Demi Moore's essentially bosses, I guess. They were disgusting. They were awful. Like every frame of them was awful. It was a close up. They looked just.
If I remember, they had this like a vicious fisheye lens on them a lot of the time.
Yes, that's exactly what it was. Yeah. It was a fisheye. And like they had this scene where they were at a restaurant and he was eating. That's exactly what I was going to get to. And it was just gross. And it was just like all the sounds of him chewing were upped and everything. They're definitely made to look very just not good, nasty people. Yeah, no, it was gross.
Every time they're on screen. And this is a movie with a lot of nasty shit in general. But they made a point to be like, because these guys were doing like I would say that the other nasty shit that happened in the movie was like supposed to be nasty. This was like them just living their lives.
Yeah.
Really.
Yes.
And them just trying to be charming because they're trying to like, you know, oh, it's the whole like I'm trying to figure out how to explain it. Where, you know, you see like a guy trying to...
It's the oh my goodness, you're so pretty, you should smile more kind of guy.
That kind of guy.
Yeah.
And where they don't realize how weird they're coming off as. It's basically that. But you can clearly see how fucking disgusting it is every time.
It was fantastic.
Yeah.
It was fantastic. During that dinner scene, by the way, there are gonna be spoilers. I'm gonna be honest. Like I don't know, spoilers. If you don't want to hear about the substance, oops.
Yeah, no, we're going all in. We're going all in with spoilers and all that stuff. The substance dies in this movie, just to let you know. The substance doesn't make it through.
Yeah, and then Thanos comes back
Oh God.
Yeah.
Couldn't believe Josh Brolin really showed up for this one.
I know, right?
Are you getting a little off track, but yeah.
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
During that dinner scene, she actually gets fired from her beautiful position.
Yep.
With the jazzercise. So now she's lost. She doesn't know what to do.
She's lost, sad, and bitter.
She's
very bitter, which is fair.
You've been fired from your job. Part, actually.
You've been fired from your job for literally a reason that hits all of us, which is age.
Yes.
Age, time, and because I would argue she was still. Not even argue. She was still good at her job.
Yeah.
It's not like she was.
And Demi Moore is still beautiful.
Yeah, it's not like a case where she's aging and she's not able to like do the exercise or anything like that. She's still like keeping up and everything like that. They just like, we want someone younger. We want someone,
fresh.
Yeah, fresh in their. I don't even remember what their words were, but it was something along those lines.
Yeah. Now this is where I'm starting to blank. Did she get into an accident? Because I remember she ends up in the hospital for some reason.
I do think she did. Yes. I almost forgot about the accident. I don't remember what caused the accident. That's what I'm trying to remember now. Fuck. I don't remember.
Yeah, but I don't either.
She did get into an accident of some kind, which puts her in the hospital, and that's where the substance people find her. Correct?
Yeah, that's where one of the guys who uses the substance, he kind of slips her a little note. A little note that's like, call this. Yeah. And this is where the movie starts.
Yeah, I was about to say this is where the substance movie starts. All this before is just like a little foreplay into what we're really about to get into.
Oh my goodness. And oh buddy. Yeah. This movie. Once the substance, and I love the fact that it's just called The Substance. Mm-hmm. Because this movie is very like in your face. It's very easy to grasp.
Yeah,
like
definitely.
It's called The Substance because she abuses it. Oh no, like it's one of those things where it's like, wow, that's very easy, and you guys just did it, and I love that.
Yeah, sometimes if it's simple and it works, you don't gotta mess with it.
Yeah. You
do not have to mess with it. And I mean, we'll get to the part that I kind of had a problem with, but that's like later in it. Mm-hmm. But other than that, I don't think that they really messed with anything too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm trying to think. So I guess we can kind of fast forward just a little bit because she gets the substance, and just let me know, Button, if I'm missing anything here. So, because I'm kind of just wanting to get right into the nitty gritty of like what happens with the substance. I know that the main thing that happens between her first trying it and when she was like first like noted about its existence is she met a guy, Stanley, I think was his name.
Stanley. I think it was, yes.
Big Dog Stanley.
Yes.
Who was like, he was kind of like, oh my God, I don't remember what her character's name was, but insert celebrity name here. Yeah. And he was like, and she was like, kind of like taken aback because, all of her male interactions up until this point have been like, oh, we don't need you anymore. You're old. We need someone new. And then this guy is just like, oh my God, I remember you from TV. I love you, and I still love you, and all this. And she was kind of taken aback by it, I remember. Mm-hmm. And yeah, and I think did they plan the date at that point? Or was it?
No, they didn't.
No.
He either he gave her his number or she gave him. I think she gave him her number. And she was just like, yeah, text me. I'll text you back or something like that.
Yeah.
And I think eventually like he did he texted very soon, and then like she didn't like answer.
She didn't answer right away.
Respond.
Yeah. Actually, I think that's exactly what happened. And then we get into and then I think that's pretty much when that's when she starts trying this. Well, she goes out. It's like an undisclosed location that she has to travel out to. I'm trying to remember how she got the address. It was very like it was very like low, like keep it confidential.
Yes.
The way she gets to the area in which you obtain the substance.
Yeah, it's like in a fucking like in the back of like a warehouse parking lot, like through a door that leads to an alley. Like, it's insane.
Yeah, the place that makes the substance is definitely like high funded, but still able to be low key enough to like the point where it's like you can't find this place like at all.
It's definitely like one of those like oh, this is for the higher ups. Yeah. Like,
they've been working on this shit.
Right. It's like this is like one of those like, is this the Illuminati? Yeah. Question mark? Like, is this how
they stay young?
Exactly.
This is where Anne Hathaway comes from.
Oh, I love Anne Hathaway.
And that's cool, but she is
yeah, but she is evil.
She's evil, damn it. I'm looking right through that damn smile. I'm a straightforward young man, and I'm telling you she's evil. But anyways, enough about Anne Hathaway. So yeah, she gets the substance basically, and this is when she reads the notes, and it's basically just like the notes are written out in a very you can't fuck this up kind of way.
Yes, very much so.
Yeah, it's very big words. I mean, big lettering, and just like maybe like 5-word sentences. Right. Like, they are very simple. It's just like,
it's like, do this. Yeah. Do this. Do this.
Don't do this after this time.
Yeah.
Respect the balance.
Respect the balance.
That's the biggest part.
You have to respect the balance. Because it is essentially 50-50. It's 1 week as the substance you and 1 week as you.
Yes.
And you have to feed you. No, you have to feed whatever you that you're not using with a like a sack, like a food sack, and it's whatever time, like, you know what? No, we'll explain that later because that comes up later.
Oh,
that comes up later. But like, yeah, you feed yourself with a food sack, but you're the substance you and you're you. You have to respect the balance. You are not different. You are the same.
You are the same person.
You are the same person.
There's no other you.
There's no other you. So when you go to sleep and you are in your body, your new body, you feed your body. You. There is no other you. Yeah. Respect the balance.
So she takes it the first time, and that's when we get the big transformation scene.
What's her name? Margaret Qualley, I believe.
That's the substance.
That's Substance. Okay. Demi Moore.
Yeah.
I think that's her name. I can look it up.
Yeah. And she
becomes... I can look up the character names too.
Okay, well, while he's doing that, she becomes like the main character that we end up following. Even though, keep in mind, they're the same character. What's their names again?
Hold on.
Okay, he's getting the names. I forgot.
I knew it was Elizabeth. God damn it. Okay, Demi Moore is Elizabeth.
Okay.
And Margaret Qualley is Sue.
Elizabeth and Sue. So Elizabeth she tries the substance for the first time, and this is when we get the transformation scene. Excuse me. We get the transformation scene where she transforms. I wouldn't even say she transforms. She can't. No, she doesn't transform into
produces.
She produces.
Like she splits.
Her back splits.
What is it?
Open.
What's the?
she comes out of the cocoon.
No, what's the cells?
Oh, she mitosis.
Mitosis, that's what it is. Thank you.
She mitoses out of no.
Yes.
But yeah, that is basically what happens.
And it is so gross, and I loved it.
It's disgusting.
It's awful. I loved every second of it.
Her back splits open, and you see another like it's not blood or anything inside. It's just another back, and she just kind of like if you ever seen. I'm trying to think of a good way to explain it.
It's like if you were inside of a costume that was skin tight.
Yeah.
But it looks exactly like you. Like it's like if you were inside of a you costume and you just kind of Lou Ferrigno hulked out
just
like
split
of the
out.
yeah, it looked like that.
It was very well done.
It was great
to make it as uncomfortable and nasty as possible. Oh, I just remember they did some weird shit with her eyes.
Yeah, she mitosis. Yeah, the eyes did
her
it too.
Pupil split.
Yeah,
that was also crazy. I think did her pupil split and like her eye was replaced with another eye, or am I thinking of
so.
Like a werewolf transformation from a different movie?
Maybe.
But it was definitely some weird. Her eye definitely her pupil definitely split into two pupils at one point.
Yes,
and it was. Shit was getting fucked.
It was very cool. It sounded like it hurt. It looked like it hurt. Like, I'm sure it smelled crazy in there.
It was... Oh, yeah. It was like MK levels of like body ripping audio where you're just hearing bones crackling and skin ripping. It's just like, oh man. There's a lot here.
It was great.
It was well done. It was definitely well done.
The cinematography of this entire movie was fantastic. Like there were a couple scenes where like I audibly said like how did they do that? Like there were some scenes where I was like wait a minute, because there's a scene with a doorknob. There's a scene with a doorknob where it's
is that later in the movie? Or is that
yeah, it's later in the movie, but I can describe this scene. Like it's a scene with a doorknob and you see the reflection of Elizabeth through the doorknob, and you don't see the camera.
Yeah.
And I remember that The Matrix did a similar scene where they had to use a camera and like a broomstick to on the coat to like simulate the hand, and that's how they got that angle. I don't know how they did it this time. I don't know how they did it. I don't know if they edited it out. I don't get it.
They just cracked. I mean, I definitely don't know.
I don't know. I don't know what the fuck.
Camera trickery at its best.
And it's cool as shit. And I was like, what the fuck, man?
But
sorry.
Yeah. So this is when Sue comes out, all fucking like moist like a newborn baby, and you know. She's checking herself out in the mirror, I believe, right?
Yeah.
And we're getting...
And we are also checking her out.
Yeah, the camera.
Yes.
And, I mean, yeah. And we're just getting a look at her and everything. And it's like, oh, yeah, she's young. And they focus. At this point, this is when you just get ass shots.
Oh,
there's goddamn wazoo.
There's so much ass in this movie. If you like butt, you'll love The Substance.
You'll be getting a lot of butt in this movie from this point on. And because I don't think, it doesn't really pop up until this point, right?
No, it does.
Yeah.
Like, they focused a little bit on Demi Moore's Elizabeth's, but that was, like, right before she transformed. Not transformed. She substanced. Yeah.
And one of my good friends, he made a very good point, which I didn't even think about while the movie was going on, which is that because the whole movie is supposed to be about like like basically body dysmorphia,
yes,
and like not feeling comfortable in your own skin,
yeah.
And while they did show a lot of like Sue's ass, they didn't really show a lot of Elizabeth's ass, which I thought was interesting because it's like you can't really compare the two if there's just one ass on the camera. I thought that was just an interesting thing to pick up on. I mean, to just. Or at least say, because I do think that would probably have been a good idea.
It might be because we were in the perspective. So if she like, it was a matter of now she is focusing on it. Now that is a big focal point of it because now she was like moving around more. Now she was like moving her butt a little bit more. Maybe that's why.
that is a possibility, but I still think like as.
But no, I mean you are right. Thing. You are completely right.
I can't even say I'm right. He came up with the point. And I just thought it was a good thing to just like bring out because I do think that is true.
Yeah.
That it would have been a good idea if you're gonna go this hard with like showing ass to just like be like, you know, there's. I mean, there was a reason. I do see why it was done because, like you said, that was the reason. She's still like she's checking herself out also. Yeah. But I do think it would have been like a good idea if you're going with this much ass in the movie. You might as well also throw in Elizabeth's ass in there as well.
That's fair.
But yeah, sorry, just a lot of ass in that movie, and I'm trying to remember. This is when she just starts like this is when her hot girl summer arc starts for a little bit at this point,
yes.
Correct?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember what she did before she eventually goes and becomes the face of the Jazzercise.
Yes. Now she is the new Elizabeth.
Yes, Sue becomes the new Elizabeth. Same person, but you know.
But yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember if anything of substance happened between.
You guys didn't see his face.
Yeah, I guess you didn't see my face, but yeah.
That was great. Actually no, there's gonna be like a video. I guess
there'll be something.
There'll be something. We'll have video. We'll have visual gags.
But yeah, I'm trying to remember if anything of importance happened in between her getting signed and her being back birthed into the world, and I can't really think of anything off the top of my head.
No, like it kind of just continues on, but like,
I mean, you do see like how everyone's treating her different.
Yes,
she's getting a lot more looks. She's dressing differently.
Yes.
She's definitely showing like a lot more skin, like fucking booty shorts and like those like tank tops and crop tops and shit. It's a lot more like, you know, I mean, like I said, more skin, more liberating clothing. And everything, whereas when she was Elizabeth, especially during those times when she was feeling bitter, she was a lot more wrapped up, and she still had vibrant clothes on. And I'm guessing that's because she was feeling well, and it's not like she got a chance to change her wardrobe. She just wore more covering outfits. Yeah, she was vibrant both ways.
Yeah, that is an interesting point. Yeah, no, like, and every other scene, like she was wrapped up more. Yeah, no, that's very interesting.
Yeah, but I'm trying to think. I can't think of anything of like importance. I don't want to say it again. Of anything of importance that happens until she gets signed. It's mostly just like, you know, like I said, hot girl summer. She's going to stores. Was she really partying at that point, or was that more so after?
That was a little bit after.
Okay, so yeah, she was just kind of like enjoying life, seeing how she's being treated differently, and I wouldn't even say differently. Probably just how she was used to be treated, honestly, because that is literally just what she was doing. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
This is just how she was feeling before. She's just getting to relive it again. More than likely. But yeah, eventually she gets signed she signs for the Jazzercise place again. And they're filming her a lot of ass shots again. She's respecting the balance at first. She's going in between the two lives.
In between.
She's going in between. 1 week is Sue. The other week is Elizabeth. Sue, Elizabeth. And we're backing up. I don't even think I think I'm giving her too much credit. I think she maybe got through maybe two. You think she got through one full rotation until she was like, fuck it?
I think she did maybe one or two full rotations.
I was going to give her the benefit of the doubt and say 3 or 4. But
we'll settle on 3.
Yeah, I think 3 is fair.
We'll settle on 3.
Okay.
Yeah, and at this point, you're seeing that now Sue,
still Elizabeth,
but Sue is apparently not respecting the balance. Actually, I think no, something happened. Okay. Something did happen. It was when Elizabeth. It was when Elizabeth. She was feeling bad. She was feeling bad about herself, and she started eating.
Oh, you're right.
She started.
I forgot.
Eating.
That's a very important beat too.
Yeah. It's heavy eating disorder vibes. So if that's not your thing, please don't watch it because it sometimes it is hard to watch.
Yeah.
At times, this movie is hard to watch, and I'm gonna be honest, I love that shit.
If you got a trigger point for body dysmorphia, eating disorders, I'm trying to think.
Body horror in general.
Yeah. Was there? I might be misremembering a little bit later in the movie. Was there like a sexual abuse area? Because I remember it got a little weird with the dude, but I don't think it was that, and I think I'm just misremembering.
No. It got. I was gonna explain why it got weird.
Okay. Well, we'll get to that when we get to that. But mainly, yeah.
But yeah. Yeah, she starts eating a little bit more. It's like this kind of scene where it's like meant to be like, ooh, this is kind of gross. And she kind of gorges herself, and Sue, still Elizabeth, Sue sees this and flips out. She flips out. She's yelling.
It's giving vibes of the left hand not knowing what the right hand's doing.
Yeah.
Still on the same body, but we're just not paying attention to each other.
Now I feel like at this point because she's feeling more liberated, now she's like kind of like, fuck, what are you doing?
Yeah,
but
100%. Yeah.
But like not, she's definitely not like internalizing it as what am I doing? She's like, what the fuck are you?
She's
like,
she's trying to put it on a different person.
Yes.
Because
it's a different
technically
body.
can.
Yeah. She definitely,
even though she's not. I mean, not even technically. She physically can.
She physically can. Yeah.
Technically, she can't.
Yeah.
Because it's still her. It's her conscience.
But now Sue decides to party. She goes to party, but this is the last day of the week, and you're cutting it kind of close when you go to a party. And she brings a dude over, and you start finagling each other.
Start getting nasty.
And she's running out of time. And it's this very interesting nightmare scene where like she like starts bleeding and like she like splits open or something like that. I have no idea. Like,
is this where the drumstick was coming out of her belly button?
That was a different scene, but yeah.
Okay.
But yes, but yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I see.
Like it was nightmare stuff was going on. There was a lot of nightmarish psychological stuff going on. And just to fast forward a little bit more, because that continues. They don't respect the balance. Sue, aka Elizabeth, Sue is not respecting the balance anymore at all.
It gets bad.
And it's so once she doesn't respect the balance once, I think Elizabeth's finger kind of decays.
Yeah.
And she calls the place. She calls the substance place, and she's reporting a problem. She's like, hey, like something happened. She didn't respect the balance. They're like, no, you didn't respect the balance. There is no she. There is, like, you're the only one. Like, there is only one.
And so also another thing to take important note on is whenever Sue has to, like, correct me if I'm wrong, whenever she has to, like, keep herself she has to extract the spinal fluid of Elizabeth's body. Elizabeth's body.
Yes, and vice versa.
And vice versa.
I think.
No. Sue gets a feeding pack.
Yeah, Sue gets a...
It's like a glob of, like, white.
Yeah, they both get feeding packs when they're not in use. But she has to extract literal, like, spinal fluid out of Elizabeth's back to continue. And
then she, like, injects it in herself, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she keeps like whenever she's abusing this balance, she just hits it.
The substance.
Yeah, she just hits that same spot on the spine.
And it gets so fucking gross. It gets so fucking gross. It gets pussy, like to the point where, like, when she's extracting the spinal fluid, it's literally just like pus. It's just pus, and it's just so fucking gross. Like, it's so fucking gross.
And you would think that would be the visual, like, cue to be like, hey, I'm fucking this up. But no. Not here.
No.
Not here. No, not at all.
It's to a point where Elizabeth is now just a walking hag. She is a fucking pimple. Like
fucking pimple.
Like she looks bad.
Yeah.
She looks bad. She has no hair. Her teeth are falling out. She's like hunched over.
She has a hunchback and everything.
Like she kind of sounds like that. She kind of sounds like this.
I was gonna say it when it first happened, because I didn't even know she could, like, I thought she was just like not able to make sentences, because she was just grunting and
she was only grunting. Yeah, no, she could fully talk. She was just in pain.
Because I mean, it's crazy because it was so sudden. Like, because we still saw Sue, like, just
doing her.
That too, but I was talking about, like, when we saw Sue extracting the spinal fluid from Elizabeth, she still looked like Elizabeth on the floor.
And I think I'm gonna be honest. I think there were a few points where I was like, she's looking a little skinny.
Yeah, but like this hunchback and the missing hair and everything.
Yeah, that
came all at once.
That was crazy,
insane. And it's worth noting that in order to hide the body, she just kind of has a secret room in the back of her base. Yeah, I keep wanting to say basement. Bathroom. It's in her bathroom. And it's just like a hidden wall where it's not even like it's like prettied up or anything. It's just a body on the floor.
It's just a cell. Floor.
Yeah. That she's just laying on in the dark, damp, rank room.
Yeah.
and
you know that just looks stinks. As many times as she's like hit the back, like Jesus.
She's just laying there naked, like you couldn't even like cover her up or anything like that.
Nothing.
She's just down there like a piece of trash on the ground.
Like that shit made my back hurt, dude. Like,
yeah, because it was like in the lower back. It was like right there, and it was just bow. Need another week, bow.
Need another week, bow. And she took a couple months. I think
it's because the agency that Sue was working with at the time, I think they wanted like
they were planning New Year's.
Yeah,
they were planning New Year's Eve.
They're playing New Year's Eve, and they said we need you available for, I think it was the month. Like
for like a month.
Yeah, and she's a little hesitant at first, but not hesitant enough. You could tell she was always gonna do it. She was just like, I probably shouldn't, but I'm gonna.
Yeah, no, she was obviously going to do it. She had a boyfriend.
Yeah,
she had a whole boyfriend.
Yeah, like don't remember the lad's name, but he was there.
But oops,
oopsie poopsie. Because I'm trying to think. So basically, we get to the. Wait, I feel like I'm forgetting something. Somewhere in between, because there's an in between point where, like you said, Elizabeth is like shown and she's like hunchbacked. She's missing hair, but there's a point somewhere. I don't know if it's that time when Elizabeth is conscious or it's the next time where she just crashes out.
I think it's the next time.
It's the next time.
I think it's the next time.
Yeah, and that's when she just starts
because she literally couldn't get any more spinal fluid. I think that's like after the pus. So so I think she fell out. I think Sue fell out, and then Elizabeth woke up, and that's when she was looking the worst.
She was bombed.
And she was she was gonna terminate Sue. She was gonna kill her.
Yeah, she called,
and she did it. But then she revived her somehow.
Yes.
Yeah, no,
but
she
before
revived
we get to the reviving, I think that this is when she's like crashes out food wise. This is when she's like making a whole bunch of shit.
Yeah, no, this was right before. Yeah. The crash out was right before before she just started going ham.
Yeah.
That was right before. Yeah.
This is when she was just like there were piles of food that she was eating. She was making
like cake and shit.
She had this cookbook that she
looked like a witch.
Yeah,
she looked like a witch, and she was stirring the pie, and she was like
cackling and shit.
Yeah, no, she looked great.
It was very on the nose, but it was funny on the nose. But yeah, I'm trying to remember because this cookbook made a couple of appearances, and I can't remember. There was something that I had about the cookbook, but I don't remember what it was, and it's killing me. Hopefully, maybe it'll pop up later. But yeah, she just crashes out on this food, and she's like I said, she's eating a lot, she's cooking a lot. Like, and when I say she's cooking a lot, I mean like incoherently cooking. Like some of the things, like I don't remember if she was like specifically like using non-food items, But when she would like make it, it would definitely wasn't like it didn't look like something you should eat. Like,
Yeah, no.
it did not look like something that you should eat. And she was definitely doing it like out of spite. I like to think that she was doing it to try to make her body both as like a coping mechanism, because that's obviously how it was shown, and also to like try to make her body like unusable to Sue.
Yeah.
Even though, I mean, like, at this point it's already fucked with the spinal fluid and everything. It's just the whole situation's getting sticky. You know what I'm saying? Better get a mop, because it's getting sticky in this bitch.
It sure is.
Fuck. So where did we go from there? That's when
she had that crash out.
Yeah.
And then after Sue crashed out and started pulling more fluid, she fell out.
Yep.
And then Elizabeth came out and was gonna kill her, and she killed her. And then she revived her. And Sue then crashed out even harder.
Yeah. So the important thing to note here is that now Elizabeth and Sue
are alive. Are both up and seeing each other.
Yeah.
Which
that moment in itself is when you know shit is like beyond fucked.
Yeah, no, this is like worst case scenario.
Yeah.
Like
I think I remember I described it in the movie. I hope somebody understands this reference. Phineas and Ferb, when Major Monogram he's like, you know, you got the Perry the Platypus spy room, and he's up on the big screen, and there's one point where it's like Perry's talking to him on a small hologram, and while he's talking to him on the hologram, Major Monogram looks up at the screen and he's like, whoa, wait, is that me? And like the screen monogram is just like staring dead-eyed into the small hologram version, and they're just looking at each other, but they're not in sync. And he's like, and I forget what the sidekick's name, but he's like, oh, they desynced. We haven't cut it off. And it's like, it gave me vibes of that, where it's just like, oh god, these are two of the same, these are supposed to be the same person, and now they're both up.
Same consciousness, different bodies.
And I was like, oh fuck. And they both hate each other.
Yeah. To the point where Sue starts beating the shit out of Elizabeth.
Yeah, so I think, wasn't Elizabeth the aggressor first off, or was it Sue?
Because Elizabeth, because Sue saw the termination needle.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
And she was just like, oh, so okay.
In the most technical version, I guess this does make Elizabeth the aggressor. Yes. Because she tried to kill Sue first. Yes. But it is upon this moment where Sue starts beating the shit out of Elizabeth that we realize that Sue is strong as shit.
Sue is strong as fuck. like strong as fuck. We didn't realize that it also enhances your strength.
Yeah. That was not brought up to us at all.
Like that, she was superhuman, dude.
Yeah, she was superhuman. It was insane. She was like kicking her. Did she like kick her through a fucking like painting or a wall or something?
Yeah, something like that. She kicked the shit out of her.
She fucking like Injustice stage transitioned her ass a couple times. She was getting kicked hard. Yeah, she was kicking the shit out of poor Elizabeth.
And she smashed her fucking face in the glass in the mirror, and she destroyed her, bro.
Yeah, just complete and utter decimation.
I don't know why I'm remembering her drop kicking her. I don't think that happened. Might have. I don't think that happened, but I'm remembering
she 100% could have hit a picture perfect drop kick at some point in that. I mean, she was definitely able to. Yeah, no, the jazzercise plus the strength, you would have killed poor Elizabeth with that.
And at this point, you would think, the movie seems about over, right? No. Actually, wait, I just remembered a scene. I hate to go back a little bit, but there's an important scene that I think should be brought up that I almost forgot about. Oh my god, yes. Yes.
Yeah, the diner.
The diner.
That's exactly what I was going to bring up. Yeah, where this is Elizabeth now. This is like when she's kind of fucked up, she's deformed. She goes outside, she's wrapped to the T. She's wrapped up like I mean,
I think another scene should be mentioned.
Okay, got you. Let me get this out, and just keep that one in mind. So she's wrapped up to the T, and I don't remember why she went to the diner.
It's because it was like right outside the spot with the substance. It was like because she was getting more.
Yeah. And so she stops at this diner, and she notices an old man, I think sitting next to in the row opposite of her.
Yeah, kind of across.
Yeah. But they're facing each other. She can see him whether she wants to or not. Type shit. I didn't I don't know where that came from. Sorry, that came out of nowhere.
No, you're okay.
But yeah, so they're like facing each other.
That city boy.
I guess so. And she's like starting to like, I don't remember how she like, I don't know if she pieced it together or if he told her.
No, he kind of like he was kind of like, it's crazy, ain't it? That like that substance shit.
Shit crazy, isn't it?
And he kind of like showed her like a scar or something like that.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
it was the same scar that the nurse had in the hospital, the one that gave her the note.
Yeah. So basically, you realize that this old man is the same guy who gave her the note to let her know of the substance all the way back. This young man.
And he was looking kind of rough.
He was looking rough, but he was still looking like he was respecting the balance. He looked like he was doing a lot better than she was doing.
Yeah, yeah. I would also like to mention a scene with dear old Stanley.
That's what I thought you were going to bring up, yeah.
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 There is a very well done scene where at this point Elizabeth is feeling kind of down, but she remembers that one person did care about her, like whether she was looking kind of whatever or not. Stanley,
good old Stanley.
And we don't know if that's his name.
I'm pretty sure if not, it was something along those lines, something just like normal and unassuming like that. I'm pretty sure it was Stanley though. It was Stanley or Stan. I swear it was.
It was something. Yeah. But Stanley, they set up a date, and it's gonna go well. She's looking great. She puts on this dress. She's looking fantastic. She puts on and then she wonders, maybe I should put on a little bit of makeup.
She starts feeling herself until she's not.
Yes. And then she starts putting on some makeup, and then she's ready to go. Until she's not ready to go. And she's like, maybe a little bit more makeup. Fuck, I fucked this makeup up. Maybe a little bit more. And it just keeps going.
Yeah, she just gets in her head crazy.
And she gets in her head like insanely. And it's a very well done scene of kind of just that body dysmorphia kind of hitting. And like, it's great. It's insanely well done.
This is a little bit earlier in the movie, just as a note. This is before she gets like the hunchback and everything. This is when she still looks like Elizabeth.
Yeah, we're kind of out of order.
Yeah, we kind of jumped around with those two mentions just because we remember that those are important scenes. We just forgot to bring those up.
Yeah.
Especially the Stanley scene.
Yeah.
Because like he's texting her.
Yes, he's texting her, asking if she's okay. Yeah. Like, hey, like I didn't see you at the restaurant. He's. Like in oh my goodness, and like it's so like because they could have had a good thing.
Yeah, it's like this would have, if this date would have went well, none of the rest of the movie happens.
None of it. Like it's so hard to like see that kind of stuff happen, and it's like damn it.
It's like we would have been good. We would have been so good. Because she just keeps altering something. Yeah. She keeps changing something. This is off. That's off. Maybe if I switch this color, my hair's off. I don't remember the specifics of what she did, but she just kept doubting her looks, and it gets to a point where I believe that's when she pretty much is just like, I don't know. Does she crash out or does she just kind of just say "fuck it, I'm not going"?
Yeah, no, she crashes. I think that's when she crashed out with the food. I think that was one of the times.
It might have been 2 times.
I think that was one of the times she crashed out with the food.
And and I think you see like Stanley's like last text, and I think it's like something like, "Hey, are you still on your way?" or something like that.
Yeah.
And she never shows up.
She never showed up. She never
makes it. And poor Stanley. We don't see Stanley.
We never see Stanley again.
We never hear. Do we hear from him?
Nope.
We don't hear from him. We don't see him. The last time we saw him was the first time we saw him.
Yep.
And the last time we hear from him is those text messages. And poor boy, poor girl, both of them. They're both just. Excuse me. It's fucked. It's just fucked.
Good ass water.
I'm glad you're enjoying the water. But yeah, they both just kind of. It just doesn't work out. It just doesn't work out. But we just figured that those two scenes were worth mentioning because they are important scenes. Like I said, especially the Stanley one. That's a really important scene.
No, the diner scene is. Yeah, no, I
the diner scene. I forgot to mention the diner scene is interesting to me because when she first goes to the substance area to pick up, like when she goes to the pickup area to get the substance, you notice that there's like other.
Yeah, there are other boxes.
Yeah, there's other like cubbies. So and she picks up her shit from one cubby, and there's like at least like maybe like 6.
There's like 12.
12?
Yeah.
Damn. But yeah, there's a lot of them, and it makes you wonder like,
Who
else is like out here doing this kind of thing? And
then if it's like a regional thing, if it's like more facilities in that state or.
And we're shown that there's at least one other guy, which obviously makes sense, and he's the guy at the diner. And so it makes you wonder just like, so how many people are doing this?
Right.
Where are they doing this? You know what I'm saying? Like, what positions are they in doing this? Like,
how long have they been doing it?
Yeah. Are some people really out here just respecting the balance?
Right.
And it's just an interesting thing to think about, or at least I thought it was an interesting thing to think about.
Very interesting.
Yeah, a little bit of world building there. And I brought this up. I was like, if they want, probably not actually. The more I'm thinking about this, I was gonna say they could do like just like they shouldn't. They shouldn't. I'm gonna put this out there. They shouldn't and don't. But if they wanted to, they could do like multiple like Substance-esque stories.
Kind of like Smile.
Yeah, kind of like Smile. Like I said, don't, and then you shouldn't. But it is something. Like I think this very much stands alone by itself.
Maybe a limited series.
To be honest, I don't even think a limited series. Okay. This is just something out there. I think this movie stands alone by itself. But
you know what? If one of you wants to make a fan film,
hey, I ain't gonna stop you unless I find you and stop you. But yeah, so where were we back at? This is the New Year's party, right?
Yes, New Year's. Oh my goodness.
So yeah, she beats the dog shit out of Elizabeth. Sue beats the absolute dog shit out of Elizabeth. And she's like, I'm going to this fucking New Year's party.
Yep. I'm hosting the shit.
Yep.
And I'm gonna look fucking banging while I do it.
Yes. And I think she beats the shit out of her, and then she gets like extra spinal fluid, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She gets a little bit. She gets a little bit more. And
man, this is where I start to lose it. Do you remember?
She's at the. I'll just cut to when she's there. She's at the place, but now she starts coughing for some reason. Like what the fuck? She's never been sick as Substance, as Sue. She goes to the bathroom. She starts coughing up blood. She coughs up some teeth.
Yeah, she does. Some hard ass coughs.
And Sue has a beautiful smile until she coughs up a lot of her teeth, a few of her teeth.
And it's the front ones. It's not like it's molars or anything.
Yeah, no, it's the front.
It's the ones that you'll definitely notice. Jesus.
And at this point, we are realizing, oh God.
Yeah, like shit's fucking up.
We're fucked. So she's running around trying to get home, and Dennis Quaid's character, the boss, he comes up and he does his whole like I'm a man shtick, like and
you're getting the fisheye lens and everything like that again.
He unironically, the line he says is, "You should smile more. You have a beautiful smile. You should use it." Like something like that.
It's I think it's like, I don't remember what the first part is, but it's definitely So Smile. I've seen this.
Yeah, he was just like,
So Smile, so much, and so I've seen it a lot.
Like awful. And she gives a toothless smile.
Yep, she just the smile. No teeth. Can't do it.
And she runs home. At this point, we're fucked. We don't know what to do. We got a little trick up our sleeves, don't we, Wade?
I don't know if I would call this a trick.
We got a little bit of the substance left.
Yeah, we do.
Just a little bit of the substance left. So now we're gonna use it on the substance. We're using the substance.
Sue uses the substance on herself
and becomes this complete abomination.
Just an amalgamation of skin and faces.
Eliza's.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Eliza, Her name was like an amalgamation of the two.
It was like
names.
Eliza Sue, like Gargantuan or some shit like
Yeah,
that.
Eliza Sue, like Prime. I don't know.
Yeah, Prime. Yeah, Eliza Sue Prime.
But yeah, it's just a mess of teeth and body parts,
and just it looks gross.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
she full sends. She full sends.
Yeah.
She cuts out a picture of Elizabeth, like tapes it or staples it on her fucking face. She puts on the dress.
Now, I will say, I do find it interesting. I think that this shows a moment of regret because she could have taped a picture of Sue's face, but she picked Elizabeth's face.
She did pick Elizabeth. She did pick
and
Elizabeth.
I think, like I said, that's because she realized just how bad she fucked up and she just wants things to be back to normal.
Yes.
Granted, you can't. Shit's
can't.
beyond fucked. It's over.
It's gone.
It's gone. It's beyond fucked. But I just found it interesting that she picked Elizabeth's face instead of Sue.
Yeah, I think that is a moment of like,
Like,
wish I had this back. Huh?
Yeah, I just wish for the simpler times. And, yeah, we're beyond that.
Yeah. Yeah, and she puts on the dress. She goes to the New Year's show, and she can't really talk. She kind of like it's crazy work. Like,
I mean, she's just walking through the streets because obviously, she's not taking a car. She just walks there.
Yeah.
And I don't remember how the public reacted to her.
I don't think they would really react.
I don't think they did either. And that's
which is interesting.
That's one thing that caught me off guard. I was like, is this fucking like staple with Elizabeth's face really working? I'm like, what's going on? Why isn't anybody recognizing this?
Maybe it is. Maybe it is like. Maybe it is putting on a face during your body dysmorphia. Maybe it is kind of one of those situations where it's one of those like. What is it called? Oh my goodness! And I want to be a filmmaker.
Don't worry, guys. He's got it. He's
not pseudo realism, but
surrealism.
Surrealism. Yes. Yeah, moment of surrealism.
Yeah.
That's crazy. What the fuck?
But yeah, it was definitely. It was just a mess. She gets to the New Year's party, and it's like a stage. It's like a imagine a play, right?
She does her little dance.
And oddly enough, people are like
enjoying it.
Yeah, people are enjoying it,
and
no one is worried about the fact. Like, you can tell she's an amorphous blob of parts and skin, and
the dress isn't even on right.
Yeah, the dress isn't on right. But nobody.
Like, she has a boob on her shoulder.
Yeah, she has a boob on her shoulder. But nobody's paying it any mind. They're just having a good time. You know, they're clapping. Everybody's having a good time until the mask comes off. Right?
Yeah, the mask comes off.
The mask slips,
and then they're like, "Oh no, we see you." And I don't remember exactly what happens, but she fucking explodes. Like, she explodes in a pool of blood. Like, there's blood everywhere. Like, in a Quentin Tarantino style.
Yeah.
Like, blood rave. Like,
if I remember correctly, yes, she exploded. But what happened is everyone was they kill her.
Yeah, they started attacking her.
Yeah, one of them shot her with a shotgun, I believe.
I think that's when she. Yeah, I think that's when she started spewing out
one
blood.
of them took the mic stand that was in front of her and just started bashing her.
Yeah, they started to beat the fuck out of her.
I mean, they gotten her shit good. And
it was crazy.
It was crazy. But yeah, they did that, and it's just eventually, like he said, it just
turned into
explodes.
A bloodbath.
There's blood going everywhere for unforeseen amounts of time, just ridiculous amounts of time. Just blood's going everywhere. Everybody's screaming.
Yeah,
everyone has their mouth open. It's insane. And this is one of the main problems that I had with the movie. Maybe it's just me and I just don't like surrealist things in movies. Because, like, I don't know. Whenever things get like that, I'm always just like, okay. Like, because it kind of pulls me out of the movie. It kind of breaks my immersion, and kind of just makes me... And it's kind of weird to say this. I don't mean this... I mean, I guess I do kind of mean this in a bad way. It breaks my immersion and makes me see it as art in a weird way.
I guess
where it's just like, I'm just trying to enjoy the experience of watching the movie. And I'm not saying you can't have those moments and it still be art. Obviously, I see it as art. But it's just like in this moment, I'm just like, because it's like I'm no longer seeing like this movie and this blob getting the shit beaten out of her and all this thing. Now I'm seeing like blood coming out of hoses, or at least to me, that's what I'm picturing.
Okay.
I'm like, there's just like it's just pressure hoses everywhere.
I get you.
And it feels like I understand wanting to do that because it's supposed to be your crescendo in the movie, but it just feels like it just becomes like super self-indulgent at the last second to just be like, because like it's weird to say that the movie wasn't this ridiculous because it was.
It kind of was, yeah.
Yeah, it kind of was, but it just felt like that was like a jumping the shark moment, at least for me.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I like,
maybe I'm just too smooth brained.
I don't think you're smooth brain. I like absurdist shit. I like the blood spewing. I like that kind of stuff. And I think I'm one who like takes the opposite side of like when I see the hoses and stuff, I kind of like appreciate it a little bit more. When I'm like, wow, that's real special effects, man. Like that shit kind of rocks. I think I'm kind of on the yin to your yang on how we see the special effects and like those kind of like crescendo moments.
Yeah, and I won't say I'm not against it. I'm not against this.
Oh yeah,
I'm just like I guess I would just say I'm against this one.
Yeah, no,
because I'm just like, okay, all right, guys. Because also the scene went for a long time. Like the blood spurt went.
Admittedly, it went for a very long time.
Of just people screaming, the whole room's red, and it was just that. And the whole room's red, blood spewing out for an absurd amount of time, and people are just screaming, and that went on for a long time. There was some music playing, but it's like, yeah, that's pretty much how we go off with the movie, right? Missing a scene.
Oh, and oh my God, how the movie begins is her Hollywood Walk of Fame, and
I forgot all about the star. You're right.
Yeah, her Hollywood star, and you can see like weather changing, things like that, people stepping on it, people making it messy, people dropping food and shit on it. Like it's awful, like, and like no one like cleaning it, right? Well, we end the movie with Eliza Sue Prime being just Elizabeth's face, and kind of moving to the
the best way I can explain it is, if you've ever seen how a starfish moves, it was like that, where it's just like crawling on its backside, even though it's only gonna face one way, it's just crawling over to the star. It's just like that.
And I think she was trying to get home or something like that, but she ends up on the Hollywood star, and she just kind of fucking explodes.
Yeah,
like into like just nothing, like just and it looks like somebody spilled like tomato bisque, like maybe like marinara sauce, and just splatted that shit on the fucking pavement. Yeah, and it gets cleaned up.
And that's the last traces of her right there.
That's the last trace, and we end how we begun, on her star.
Yeah. And that's the substance right there.
Yeah,
that's the whole movie, pretty much. Like I said, I enjoyed it. The ending was the real thing that kind of like threw me off. The point that was brought up about the butts, where it's like Elizabeth's butt wasn't shown as much, I thought was also a very good point. If you're trying to drive home the narrative of like, body dysmorphia and like how it can affect people, I think that would have been a good idea to like show that contrast a little bit more.
That's fair.
Other than that, I'm trying to think. I enjoyed it. I think it did win best practical effects or best special effects.
Hair and makeup, I think.
Hair and makeup. That's what it was. That's exactly what it was. And I remember when I first saw it, I was like, "What the hell did it win that for?" And I just completely forgot the movie. And I was like, and it all came back to me, and I was like, "Oh, you know what? That's exactly what it won." That makes a lot of sense, actually.
Yeah.
And they snapped on the actual effects. The effects of everything was crazy. Everything was as cringeworthy and nasty as it should have been.
As it needed to be. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think they did very well on that. Like, I think that they did a good job with like colors in the movie.
Oh my
Like
god!
said,
I want to talk about the cinematography. It's so good.
Yeah.
The cinematography is so amazing. Like there are a couple shots, like I said, where I'm like, how did they do that? Mm-hmm. But like the colors of the movie were so vibrant and like beautiful. The shower scene. I don't know if you remember when it's the top view and it pulls out.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know how the fuck they did that, but it's so fucking good. I don't know if they made like a just like a long shower or I don't know how they did it. It was so good. It was so cool.
Yeah.
Like all the colors like that she was wearing were vibrant. They were beautiful. The framing was fantastic. Like the fisheye lens on the men was a great choice. Like, man.
Yeah, I just appreciate that, like, because. I mean, I don't know if it happens a lot. Maybe you could tell me, but I feel like we don't get I don't want to say a whole lot, but I feel like at least I haven't seen a whole lot of vibrant movies lately. And this was a very colorful movie. Yeah. And so it's good to see that sometimes. And I mean, like, not even just in the clothes, like in the locations and everything. This movie takes place in California. And so you're getting a lot of like palm trees and all the differently colored cars. It's not like present day California. It's like, I want to say, I'm bad with times. Maybe
I would say present day.
You would?
Yeah.
People don't really do jazzercise like that.
That's true.
Did you see what they were wearing?
I mean, that's true, but
I wouldn't say this was present day.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm not bad. I'm not good with time areas.
I mean, it's getting like a research. Like I'm seeing a lot of like the clips of like, I don't know if you get that dude. He's got the crop top. It's like blue. He's like a blonde dude. He's like a big blonde, not big, but he's like kind of tall.
I guess, but that seems more performative. Like this seems like
no, it's not. No, he's doing the dances and stuff. He's doing the moves and he's like teaching. people.
It's jazzercise. It's also jazzercise. I see. I thought you were saying.
I mean,
it's not.
It's not jazzercise, but it's one of those like styles. Yeah, no, like
I mean, considering how like popular this was, that's what tips me off to be like, okay, this is probably an older time, because jazzercise isn't on and popping like that. I mean, even if it's on a resurgence,
she was on Jimmy Fallon.
She was? Was it Jimmy Fallon or was
that
it?
That was Jimmy Fallon. I'm pretty sure that was Jimmy Fallon.
Well, if it's Jimmy Fallon,
we'll watch it again and see if it was Jimmy Fallon. But I'm pretty sure she was on Jimmy Fallon.
If somebody's watching and they know that's Jimmy Fallon,
comment down below if she was on Jimmy Fallon, and comment what time frame you think this is.
And yeah, if it's not Jimmy Fallon, then I think it's a little bit further back.
How far back?
That's what I'm saying. I'm not good with like time. Figuring out like what area timeline it is. Timeline. What's the one I'm looking for? Era, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, I'm not sure exactly what time it would be. Maybe 80s, but I don't know for sure.
But I forgot where I was going with this. I had a point to make and I kind of forgot it because we kind of went on a sidetrack. I think it was basically just that. Well, I was assuming that was in the past, and I think that gave it a little bit more excuse to have more brighter colors and things like that. Especially in the buildings. The buildings that had very like red walls. I think that was the Jazzercise's like agency. Like whenever she was walking through it, it'd be like this very like red hallway. Mm-hmm. Like not even like in like I wouldn't even say it's like a sinister red. It was just like red. Like very clearly red, and I just thought like things like that just made the movie like nice to look at even in down times.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, okay, that's cool. But yeah, I think that's like at least my main takeaways, or at least my closing thoughts. I shouldn't say takeaways. Did you have any like final things before we try and rate this motherfucker?
No, I mean I talked about the cinematography. The writing was good. It was very just simple, which I like. I like a nice movie, and this is a nice movie, I guess. Well, in my eyes, it's a nice movie. I don't think anybody else would consider this one.
I don't know about nice.
Yeah, nice.
A good movie, yes.
Yeah. No, we can rate it.
All right. I think overall Substance is getting like a solid. a solid like 8 out of 10 pus filled bags.
For me personally, I think it's like a 9. I think it's like a 9 ass shots. Out of 10.
Ass shots is crazy.
So that's a Chrishmolish score, average of 8.5.
5. Should we write this one down so that we have these like?
Yeah, we should.
Probably a good idea.
Yeah, we should. I'll write it down.
All right, you guys getting a little page flipping ASMR over there.
Oh, hold on.
Hold on. Oh, you about to get up? Oh yeah.
What the?
Are you looking for something? Well, while he's... Oh, shit. Hold on. Here we go. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, that's coming up great on the audio. Yeah, you feeling sleepy yet?
Hope you like that one.
Yeah. But yeah, while he's getting that one written down, I guess after that we would move on to hold on here. Look at me not remembering which movie is next. Emilia Pérez.
Oof.
What is oof?
Nothing.
The hell is oof?
Nothing. No.
The completely non-controversial. Everyone loves it.
Everyone loved it.
Couldn't have been a better movie, Emilia Pérez. But we will get to Emilia Pérez after a short break. Yeah. Bitch. And we're back. And not only are we back, but we also lied to you guys. We're going to do what we're going to do. We talked about it a little bit. We're going to do Emilia Pérez next. And next podcast, what we're going to do is we're going to do Dune 2 and Wicked. Be on the lookout for that one. That's a mean 2-hitter right there.
Yes, sir.
Technically 3-hitter because we had to watch the first Dune to watch the
we had to watch the first fucking Dune to watch the second Dune, by the way. And
we had a great big sacrifice of time doing this.
We're not talking about Dune.
And since we're doing Emilia Pérez now, that means, unlike the Substance, we have notes.
We do have notes.
We have notes ready for this one. And this was
a doozy.
This was a little bit of a doozy. I think I enjoyed this a little bit more than you did.
I definitely did not enjoy this movie.
I thought it had some up parts, but as somebody who doesn't like musicals in general, I would say at the very least, I do think it did a good job at it kept the songs short.
Yeah,
most of the songs I did not really care about. I didn't really give a fuck about most of the songs, but at least they were short.
Yeah, they balanced them well with short ass songs.
For a movie that's 2 hours and 12 minutes, they respected my time. So, going into this movie, and I don't know why. At the very least, it didn't like comprehend in my head that this whole movie was going to be in Spanish. I mean, not the whole movie, but yeah.
No, yeah.
And that became a little bit difficult because we had to read subtitles while taking notes. And I think that was the main complaint. Because I don't mind like having to read subtitles during a movie. It's just that when you're also taking notes, it makes it a little bit hard to like really lock in.
Yeah.
And so I was just like, oh shit, here we go. Like literally my first note here before the movie even started is just yikes. Spanish. I gotta deal with both of these.
That's funny.
So that was a little bit of an issue. But yeah, I think the movie opens with just like a song, and that's gonna be when I say a song, for almost all except one of these songs is memorable, and I would not even say memorable. I would say infamous.
Infamous, yes, that is the word.
Yeah, the rest of these are just
these songs.
You're killing me right now.
What?
For podcast listeners, you guys don't see this, but he's sitting here with his arms
crossed. What? I was listening to you.
Because you look so pissed.
I'm listening to you.
We have to talk about this movie.
I'm just listening to you, man. I'm enjoying your commentary.
I was like, this man is pissed that we have to talk about this movie. Yeah, it opens up with a song. Like I said, I don't remember any of these songs, unfortunately. A lot of them were like just quick, concise. There was something that had to do with the movie. Yeah. So the movie opens up with our main character Rita, played by Zoe Saldana, correct?
Yes.
Saldana. She's a lawyer. She's defending a client. I think if I remember, I'm trying to remember what the song was about. I think the song, I might be wrong, was something about like, oh, there's crime in the city. Crime in the city. I think that's what the song was about.
Probably.
And we've noticed that Rita is a lawyer. She's defending a client of some kind. This was just like some random client. This isn't anybody important. At least that I remember.
This person does not come up later.
Yeah, this person does not come up later. And literally very early on, I wrote down here, there's a lot of songs here. There's a lot of songs here. It's hard to follow because now there's songs, it's subtitles, I'm making notes. It gets a little hard, but
yes.
you know, I'm trying to keep it in track. A lot of these songs are, I'm not gonna lie, like I said that they're like just forgettable. It's a little like boring for some of these songs.
Yeah. My first note is song describing plot. Like literally just song describing plot.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. And that's when I think we get the song with I don't remember exactly what it was. I remember she was singing about how she was a woman.
Yeah, she was singing about how she was a woman who doesn't have a lot of time and she wants a family, but she can only be a lawyer right now.
Okay, you took a lot more away from that song than I did.
Sorry.
No, that's good. Because I don't remember that.
Yeah, no, like the description was like the description that I kind of like felt was like, it's like, I'm a black woman in
That's
Mexico,
what I picked
away. and I'm only a lawyer. I don't have I don't have time. I can only be a lawyer right now.
Yeah, that was the main.
I don't have time to be a woman. I have time to be a lawyer.
Yeah, the main part that I got was I'm a woman, but I'm not the right kind of woman. That's kind of how I took it as.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. But yeah, that happens, and eventually he, Rita meets up with, I believe his name, I have it here, and it's a damn shame that I can't read my own handwriting sometimes. I believe it's Manito Del Monte.
That sounds right.
I believe that's his name. That's the cartel dude. I don't know. I'm trying to remember if he was he was definitely like one of the higher ups. I don't know if he was like the head honcho.
I think he was like the head guy.
Yeah, he was like the big dog around here. And they get right into it. They don't fuck around a lot. I believe she had to go to she gets a call. I don't remember if she gets a call or something like that. I don't remember how she gets notified that, I'm gonna just call him Del Monte. I don't remember how she gets notified that Del Monte wants to meet up with her, but they have to meet up in like this disclosed location. She wears a bag over her head, so she doesn't know how she got there and everything like that. Obvious like cartel stuff.
Yeah, she gets a call, and then she's like on the street or something like that, and she just gets fucking picked up.
Yeah, it's picked up.
Like she's like, are you blah 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 blah? Are you Rita last name?
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, and just bag.
Yeah.
Van, go.
Bag, van, go. And they get right into it. They're like, the movie starts quick at the very least. Even though it's like 2 hours, it starts quick. And he basically lets her know that he wants a sex change.
Yes.
He wants a sex change, and I don't remember if it was specifically to escape his past life. Like, I don't remember if it was like actual.
It was pretty much to like to be a different person. Yeah, okay. To be like he wanted to be comfortable in his own skin, of course, but it was also an ulterior motive to not be part of the cartel anymore.
And that's what. Okay, so it's probably a little bit of both, because I was thinking it was one or the other. I didn't know if it was like just trying to be comfortable, or I want to be a different person because I'm trying to get out of this cartel shit.
It was both. Okay. It was both.
Okay, so yeah, it's a little bit of both. And that's when we I believe she has to meet with the surgeon.
The surgeon in
everything like that.
I don't think it was Taiwan. I don't think it was.
I don't remember where it was.
I don't remember where it was either.
It wasn't in Mexico.
But it doesn't fucking matter, because this song is the best song.
This is the one.
This is the one.
This is the song right here. This is the one if you've heard a song from this movie, this is probably the one you heard.
From penis to vagina.
That's the one. And I literally have right here in my notes 6 English words so far. 3 are penis to vagina. So.
Man to woman, or woman to man.
Uh-huh.
Man to woman, Penis to
Wow.
vagina.
Wow, you really got that.
Yeah,
down.
yeah, I do.
Wow.
I do.
I didn't remember the cadence of it or anything.
Yeah.
I just remembered penis to vagina.
Yeah, no, that's
It was very on the nose.
yeah, that was my favorite part of the movie.
It was very on the nose, and like more on the nose. Like whereas like Substance was on the nose, this was on the nose to like if you were like getting like like punched in the nose.
Yeah, like
it's on that nose.
Like
it's like okay.
The Substance was like someone holding your hand. Mm-hmm. This one was someone punching you in the fucking face.
Mm-hmm. And I wrote here, and I wish I gave some examples here. I wrote here that there's some odd dialogue when it first switches to English, and I wish that I had some examples. I wish that I wrote something down here as an example.
There were some interesting dialogue choices. I do remember that.
I can't remember anything off the top of my head. I really wish I had something to reinforce that, because I can't say anything now. I can't just be like, dialogue was bad. Just leave it at that. I don't
dialogue bad, actually.
But that I just remembered that. And then Rita's helping with passports, and she's helping with I think, did she help with the family passports, or was that later? I think that was later.
I think that was later.
Yeah. So she's helping with passports, and I remember at one point in the movie I was wondering, I was like, and this kind of when it became a little bit more obvious, because I was like, at the beginning I was like, if you want a sex change, why would you call, I've never had a sex change, so I don't know. But why would you get a lawyer? That's what I was kind of confused about. But when she started getting passports and everything, I was like, oh, okay, so it's so she can cover all bases of this. You know what I'm saying? So she can talk to the surgeons, she can get the passport, you can do everything you want through Rita. Yeah. Rita is the catalyst. You just talk to her and she can do all of it.
Yeah.
Which, okay, I was like, okay, that makes sense. That makes a lot more sense. Let's see. So yeah, she's helping with passports and everything like that. Del Monte has a couple songs in there where I couldn't tell if he was not singing well on purpose.
Yeah, I wrote down that everyone sings, but not everyone sings very well.
Yeah, and I think that was on purpose.
I hope,
because I do think Del Monte was definitely some of his songs. It was definitely he
was just talky.
Yeah, he wasn't hitting them notes when he would have to or something like that. It wasn't. It wasn't
not good.
Them notes was not known. And I'll tell you what. And yeah, he's trying to sing, but it's not well. And then I think it's around this time that that's when we get introduced to Jesse, or probably because it's Spanish, it'll probably be Yessie. But this is Selena Gomez's character.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, this is my favorite character in the movie.
Yeah, no, Selena Gomez was fantastic.
Yeah.
Honestly.
But yeah, this is when she's introduced. They're kind of in it's kind of like a bonfire-esque area when Rita's introduced to Jesse. And this is when you realize, oh, Jesse doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Jesse does not realize that her husband, they're married. Del Monte and Jesse are married. And this is when you realize that, Jesse does not realize that her husband's trying to get a sex change. And she doesn't really know that, of any of this that's going on.
Yeah, and they have kids.
Yeah, they have 2 kids.
And
I think they're 2 sons.
Yes.
Yeah. And, yeah, she has no idea.
No fucking idea.
Of what this man's next move is. Never let him know your next move. And boy, is Del Monte right on that path. But yeah, I wish I had better notes here. Because it goes from when Jesse's introduced, and I guess this is when the sex change happens, because it just says right here in all capitals, Emilia Pérez.
Yeah, I wrote down that's the name of the movie 40 minutes in.
Yeah, I just have in all caps Emilia Pérez, and then 4-year time, and then the time skips by 4 years. So, Emilia Pérez is
active.
Yeah, Emilia Pérez is active.
Rita is done with that shit.
Yeah.
So far.
Del Monte is
He's
no
no
longer
more.
Del Monte. I believe they faked his death. Right?
Yeah.
I don't remember how his death was faked. But yeah, they faked his death, and his kids and wife are moved to, I think it's Iceland.
It's
Poland.
it's somewhere.
It's somewhere.
It's somewhere north.
It's somewhere north and European. And it's just damn, y'all are far.
Yeah.
You guys are far. And like I said, there's a 4-year time skip, and was it Amelia and Rita end up meeting up again. I don't know. I don't remember if it's on purpose or by it was probably on purpose. Actually,
I think Amelia kind of orchestrated it a little bit.
Yeah, because now that I'm thinking about it, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
So
it was like, oh, I'll sit right here. So when the time comes, I can just be like, hey, you want to sit over here?
And this scene I actually like.
I like this scene.
Yeah.
This scene, I know I said that the penis to vagina song was my favorite scene in the movie. That's a fucking lie. Ironically, that's my favorite scene. Unironically, this dinner scene, dinner scene is my favorite scene because the lighting, it shuts down.
Yeah. It goes black.
It goes black. It only there's only a spotlight on Amelia and Rita to like simulate that like that exclusive conversation.
Yeah.
And it's kind of beautiful.
And it goes off like the light goes off like the moment that Rita realizes who Amelia is. Cuz like when Rita first comes up, I think they're just like talking about how they're both from Mexico.
Yeah.
And shit like that. And they're just kind of talking.
Yeah, and she says something. She says something like you're beautiful. And she's like and Rita's like Del Monte said something similar to that.
Yeah, it's something that tips her off, and that's when the light goes down. When you have that moment of just like, oh shit.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, it's Amelia. This is where she's been, and like when Rita realizes that this is Amelia that she's talking to, the first thing that Amelia, I mean, they kind of like Rita's like, oh shit, it's you.
Yeah.
Everything like that, and then Amelia's basically just like, hey, remember my like wife and kids? I miss them. Can we bring them back?
Yeah, She's like, I want you to bring my kids and I want you to bring my family to Mexico. And I honestly think that is so fucking stupid. That is so fucking stupid. It's so fucking stupid. It's for the sake of plot. It's like I specifically wrote this down like towards the end of my notes that this movie has a very and then quality. Like something happens and then like and then something happens and then something happens and then some like it's like what the fuck is happening, bro?
Yeah. Also, I did write down where Emilia Perez's kids were. The family was in Switzerland. They were in Switzerland. That's where they were. But yeah, that is actually a very good point. It definitely feels like and then this happens and then this because. Like, there's a lot of points where, like, we all could have just went our separate ways and then nothing happens. But it feels like stuff happens because we need to fill this movie a little bit.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so... Where were we? So, yeah, Emilia Perez, she wants her family back. And they come pretty willingly, if I remember correctly.
Kinda. Willingly? Kinda.
Okay. Because I remember Jessie crashes out a little bit.
Yeah, she crashes out a lot.
Yeah, she does, actually. But I don't remember if it was after they got to the house or before. After they got to Emilia Perez's house.
Probably before. Probably after, too. Maybe both. Because I know she has, like, this little song. Is that what you're talking about? The song? When she's, like, in the bed? Because I wrote that down.
I did write that down, but I think that's later in the movie.
I don't know how far that is in the movie.
Oh, you know what? Fuck. See, this is the fucking problem with having these small ass songs, small ass unremarkable songs. I can't fucking discern them.
Yeah.
All I can remember is penis to vagina. Goddammit.
Yeah.
It might have been. There was definitely a song in there. I don't know if it's the one on the bed because I do have a note about that one. Because I think I like that one.
That one was good. I like that one. I like I like all of Selena Gomez's songs, if I'm being honest. Like, Selena Gomez was the best character. She was... and I know Zoe Saldana, I think she got nominated for Best Actress for Emilia Perez or something like that. Honestly, I think Selena Gomez should have gotten nominated for Best Supporting.
That's fair.
If she didn't, I don't know who got nominated for those awards, but
yeah, no, because I agree that I think Selena Gomez is probably the best part of this movie.
You know what? Actually, I'm geeking.
What?
She wasn't that good. She was good. She was better than everybody else.
I was gonna say I still enjoyed it.
She was better than everybody else, but I don't know if I don't know if she was as good as I was hyping.
Well, I'm still hyping her up. I think, like I said, she's the best part of this movie.
No, she's the best part.
When she's on scene, when she's on the screen, it's something's happening. It's fun stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
But yeah, basically she crashes out, and I'm trying to remember why. I think it's basically just because. Well, I mean, in her assumption, her husband's dead.
Yeah.
That's what she's under the assumption of, that her husband's dead, and Emilia Pérez, this woman who's...
I think she was like, yeah, he was my cousin, or something like that.
Yeah. And yeah, so basically Emilia Pérez to Jesse is like a cousin or like a relative of some kind. Just like a further relative, not like a sister or... I don't think, like... Was it an aunt? No. But it was something like that, though.
It was probably
definitely something like that. Yeah. So he's trying to was it? Oh wait, no. So this is the scene. I just realized. So no, this is the scene that I was thinking it was with the song. And yeah, I like this. It was a little crash out scene. She's singing and she's like squirming on the bed because she's just pissed off. And there's like some cool things with like phone cameras. It's like scenes where it's like shot out of the phone camera.
Yeah.
Of people who are like in the audience in quotation marks, because it's like, you know, it's one of those things where it's like it's happening in the song but it's not actually happening.
Yeah.
And there's like, and like, yeah, it's like that, and you get like dancers and everything. And I think that was well done.
Yeah,
I think that was cool.
I thought that one was cool. I liked that every like song that Selena Gomez had, like she kind of like made them hers. Yeah. Like she was like and it really shows because like she's like a singer.
I was gonna say that was the Disney Channel showing.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Like even after Disney Channel,
everything.
Selena Gomez and The Scene. You ever listen to them?
The Scene.
The
Oh, Selena Gomez and The Scene.
Yeah,
the group.
Yeah,
I'm aware of them. I don't know if I've listened to them.
My mom used to bomb. I used to bomb.
Oh, excuse me. But yeah, so this is when we realize Emilia's trying to make up for her past sins, all the atrocities that was committed,
all the moitas.
Yeah, during her time in the cartel. So she starts like a I don't even know how to describe
like an organization. Like I don't know.
I don't know if it was
she's like funding.
Probably.
No, I'm pretty sure she's funding it. I'm pretty sure she's
funding
it
actually,
with the drug money.
Yeah,
with the cartel money.
We use the cartel to stop the cartel.
Yeah. They're finding the lost bodies.
Of
like the families,
which I think is actually nice.
Which is nice, but it's like holy shit, so that's like crazy.
Because I think it wasn't even just the bodies. Like it was just like if you have a person that is missing, like we can like either try to find him. Yeah, we can either try to find him, or like we'll find him, or we'll find their body.
Yeah.
So at least you have closure.
Yeah.
At the very least, which is, I mean, hey. It's better than nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And this woman, I forgot her name, but of one of the husbands who died, end up talking to Emilia, and they become very close, and they start having a little thing, which is
a little something going
which is nice for Emilia, you know, since you know her ex-wife is like fucking some other guy.
Yeah. I mean, Emilia doesn't know about this yet.
Yeah, Emilia doesn't know about
Jesse's
him.
out getting some dick
from whatever his name was.
Whatever his name was. Also, the girl that Emilia meets, I believe I have her name here. I believe her name was Epiphania?
Yes.
Yeah. I believe that was Emilia's girl's name.
Yeah.
And she kind of, and at one point, it's interesting, they're in the organization's main building, and they're quite a distance away from each other. Emilia's all the way upstairs, I think it was.
Yeah,
and she's like looking down at.
I know
Epiphania.
exactly what you're about to say. Yeah,
yeah, and like Epiphania just kind of like flashes her piece, like she has like a gun on her. And keep this in mind, because I'm gonna come back to this gun, but yeah, she has this gun on her, and it's just like, oh shit, okay, like no one else saw that. There's a lot of people in this building.
There's
lots, and like, and nobody was just like, or maybe they did see it and they just didn't give a fuck. I don't know, but it was just like, oh shit, okay, like, you know, she keeps that thing on her.
Yeah.
Also, it's worth noting, Epiphania, when when she was going to find, when they were trying to find her husband.
No, it wasn't a gun. It was a knife because she was going to stab him.
No, she had both then because she definitely had a gun.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, because that's what I was going to get to. Epiphania wanted to find her. It was her husband, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she wanted to find her husband because she wanted to kill him. If he wasn't dead already, she was planning on killing him.
She was going to fuck his ass up.
She did not like that motherfucker.
No.
Like, and yeah, she was planning on sliming him if she was found. I mean, if he was found. And yeah.
But he was found and slimed, so.
Yeah, he was found and slimed by the cartel, not by her. Just for clarity.
Which might be a little worse.
Probably. Yeah, that shit was probably slow because of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, keep in mind that gun because I got some things to say about that. I'm trying to think. I think that was like the main stuff that happened in that scene. And then, what do I have here? What the hell does this say? Oh my goodness. Oh, I see. I put an abbreviation here. It says Hot Girl Summer. I just put HGS. And I was like, what the fuck does it stand for?
Yeah. Amelia did go for a Hot Girl Summer and
No, not Amelia, Jesse.
Jesse went for, Jesse had like a major Hot Girl Summer.
Because I was like, this is hilarious. Because she's literally just living her best life. And she I forget what the dude's name is. Maybe I have it here and it'll come up later. But yeah, she's with this guy and they're just like hitting the town. They're fucking this, that, and the third. Jesse's like kind of fucked though, because she's like coming home drunk
late
and shit. Yeah, she's coming home late and drunk and in front of the kids. And Emilia Pérez, I don't know why I keep calling her Emilia Pérez. I just call her Amelia. But Amelia starts noticing, and because they're her kids too, but she can't tell Jesse that because that'll blow the whole operation open. So Amelia tries to kind of like shimmy around the situation, just be like, hey, you probably shouldn't be around the kids like this, and everything like that. And she tries to talk like that, but Jesse's obviously just like, I mean, who are you? Like,
you're what, like a cousin? Get the fuck out of here. They're my kids. Dude.
She's like, you don't know me. Like, let me live my life. Like, my fucking husband's dead. Let me just have some happiness. And that's when they kind of have like, a little like quarrel, a little argument, which is definitely like a couple's quarrel.
Yeah, it's definitely heated. Yeah.
But not a couple's quarrel because they're not a couple.
Yeah, and like Amelia says something off. She says, my kids. And Jesse's like, your kids. Your kids.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Yep. And I'm trying to think, is this where we get the scene with like the kids in the bed? It was where they started singing because Amelia comes over to comfort the kids.
This was before. That was before.
That was before the
argument.
Okay.
Yeah, when he was like, "You smell like Papa."
Yeah.
That was weird.
It was a weird scene. It was definitely a weird scene. But yeah, we'll hit that one then. Basically, the kids are just going to sleep, and Amelia comes in, I think, and tucks them in, and yeah, they start having like a song. The kids start singing about how Amelia smells like their dad. Like it was like dogs and steaks and dust,
cigarettes, and
cigarettes and shit.
And, like just some nasty shit.
Kind of like low key sneak dissing her, kind of talking crazy on her, and like it was like, I mean, like I don't know, because it was really weird because like they kind of like Amelia like got on the bed with them, and they kind of like I don't know. This is a weird.
It felt weird because she's not supposed to be like that
this
close
huddled
to
up,
them.
and like she knows she's not.
Yeah,
and the kid just kind of. I mean, it's a kid, so I don't know.
Yeah,
but yeah, like they were huddled, like it was like almost like a spoon situation.
Yeah,
it was really weird. I was like, oh, okay, and like they're just like singing. Well, I mean, the kids are singing. I don't think Amelia says like. I think Amelia says like a little bit of something. Like hush up, little boy. She doesn't say that, but I think something to just like throw him off her scent.
Yeah.
Literally.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, you did. But yeah, because like the kids are like definitely like they don't know something's up, but there's definitely something off. Basically, the kids are picking up on it better than Jesse is. Jesse's just like, fuck it, I'm not worried about none of this shit.
She got dick.
You said what?
She's getting dick.
Oh yeah, no, she's definitely getting dick. I also wrote here because I thought this was true. The scenes where Jesse and Emilia are just talking one-on-one, I thought those were a lot more interesting than like anything that was going on.
Yes, bro.
Because of how
the dynamic was interesting.
Yeah, they kind of have to play it. It's weird that this is the comparison I'm making, but Emilia and Jesse were kind of talking to each other, kind of how like Elle and Light talk to each other.
Yeah.
Where it's like I can't let her know of like who I really am.
Yeah.
But I still have some shit I got to get off my chest.
That's fair.
Regarding like, because Emilia was really trying to be like, hey, you're not setting a good example for our kids. No, not our kids.
Not our kids, but yeah. And
like Emilia's trying to say this without tipping off like these are my kids too. And I thought those were interesting conversations when they had them. I would say conversations.
It was like 2.
Yeah, I was about to say, I say conversations. I think it was like 1 or 2.
It was like 2.
Yeah. And but at the very least, I thought that was at least a cool conversation, cool moments there where it's like, there's a little balance that we have to get here. And man, I think so. This is where my notes actually get a little bit get thin because this is when I was like a little bit more interested in what was going on in the movie because I'm trying to remember how it happened because this is when shit starts hitting the fan and it feels like it's almost out of nowhere.
It's because she said my kids and then Jesse ran off with what's his name and the kids.
I actually don't have his name here, so we can just call him Chad for now.
Chad and the
Good
kids.
old Chad.
And
oh my god, I do have his name. His name's Gustavo.
Gustavo!
Jesse's hot piece of dick is named Gustavo.
Yes. And it was after Emilia sent some people to threaten Gustavo. Mm-hmm. And was telling them, get out of town. Like, here's some money, get out of town, or like we will kill you.
She starts tapping back into that cartel side.
Yeah. Because her ex-wife can't have dick, but she can have what's her name?
Oh, Epifina? Epifania?
Yeah. That's crazy work, but whatever. Yeah. Like, it's crazy work that she was like, no. Mm-hmm. But whatever. And then they don't run away.
Yeah.
And Gustavo has some people of his own.
Yes, he does.
And takes Emilia, cuts off some fingies.
Yeah.
And I think that was like $3 million.
Yeah, it was like each knuckle was $1 million.
And that was
some tech.
That's tech. Like, if you ever want to threaten somebody, finger $1 million.
Yeah.
That
was actually insane. Wait, I'm trying to remember. Who did they send the...
They sent it to Rita.
Rita?
Yeah, okay. They sent it to Rita. They sent it... Bro, no. It was a dude who just dropped a box at her desk.
So it's also worth noting that there was a significant portion where Rita was not in the movie. And she just kind of comes back a little bit at this point. And she gets like wrapped back up in it. And I thought the finger thing is fun because like she over the phone they were like, do you know what this means? And she was like, yeah, $3 million.
Yeah, no, she was like $3 million. What? Yeah,
each knuckle is like $1 million. I was like, okay, that's crazy cartel tech. Okay, like, that's cool.
And it was crazy that she was just like that. She was like that.
She picked up on it immediately. So yeah, Emilia's been kidnapped by Gustavo
and Jesse.
But yeah, I guess it is both of them.
Yeah.
But Gustavo's definitely the one who wanted to like.
Yeah.
Like Jesse's doesn't seem as into it.
Nah, because she already knows this life, and she's like,
Yeah. And there was an interesting. I think there was like a 3-part shot. I'm trying to remember how they had it. It was like Rita was on the phone with Jesse. I think they were all on the phone. So this is a little bit before Emilia was kidnapped. It was Jesse, Emilia, and Rita all on the phone. And it was like all of them were like taking up a third of the screen. And they were all talking at different times. Mm-hmm. It's a very simple shot, but I thought it was worth noting. Because I liked it. It was like kind of like...
I forgot about that.
Yeah, it was a nice little shot because like I don't remember if it was a song or not. It probably
It
was.
probably was.
But I just thought it was nice. Not even as a diss. It reminded me of like a Muppets moment. Mm-hmm. Like, and I like the Muppets, so I'm not even saying it as a bad thing. But it felt like a very Muppets-esque shot. But yeah, this is when the movie really just like starts going crazy.
Yeah, it goes balls to the fucking walls, dude.
Yeah. So I'm trying to. We gotta remember this in detail because Rita, like.
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
Rita gets some people.
She gets some people. I think.
And there's a song with the guns. I know that.
It was a gun sync song. It was all like cocking them on beat and everything.
You know those videos, the Overwatch videos, and the
military, cringe military guys. I'm not saying that the military is cringe, but some
the military is pretty cringe.
Some of you guys are cringe. But
if you're not cringe if you're part of the military, I just want to make that clear.
Yeah.
But the military is pretty cringe.
We appreciate some of you guys.
We appreciate your service.
Not doing it.
I'm not doing that. I'm not fighting.
I'm not doing it. Fuck.
No offense.
But yeah, so Rita gets some peoples. I believe it's people's for the people from Emilia's organization. She gets them and they're like, okay, we know where she is. We gotta go get her, basically.
Yeah.
So they arm up to the teeth. They go out. It's like in the middle of a desert. It's like an abandoned like barn in a desert that Amelia is being held in by Gustavo and Jesse. Excuse me. And I believe they just like, is it Gustavo that comes out and just lets them know like, hey.
Rita comes out.
Okay.
Nobody comes out. Rita comes out. She's like, I have the money, stuff like that, and they're like, all right, stay there. Mm-hmm. And they're checking every surrounding, and then they see people outside the barn, and they're like, nope, and they start shooting.
Nope.
And they start fucking blasting, brother.
Yeah, and shit gets crazy quick because it just becomes like a war. It's a goddamn war in this bitch. Everybody's shooting. People are going down left and right.
And in the midst of this, Amelia and Rita are talking. Mm-hmm. And Amelia is revealing...
Wait, you mean Jesse? Amelia and Jesse are
talking. Amelia and Jesse are talking. I'm sorry. Amelia and Jesse are talking, and he's talking about like their wedding day, their honeymoon, their first date, and she's like, "What are you talking? How do you know all this?" And she kind of puts it together, and she's like, "Oh shit!
Oh, you like Del Monte, is that you?" And yeah, that's when she realizes that Amelia is Del Monte.
But it's a little too late for that because Gustavo is fucking pissed.
He is pissed because we're in this situation now. Obviously, Jesse is an emotional mess at this point because there's bullets flying. She just realized her husband's still alive,
and a woman now,
and a woman now
that they've been living with,
and quarreling with, and she's with this guy that she shouldn't even be with, and it's a lot.
It's a mess.
It's a mess. And eventually, I believe it's Gustavo that has the idea to just stuff Amelia in the trunk. Mm-hmm. In the trunk of a car. And they're just going to try and speed out the damn barn. Keep in mind, there's still like bullets going crazy. So it's not like there's like any downtime here. So yeah, they try to get in the car. And they try and just go. And I'm trying to remember. I think it's because Jesse got cold feet. Mm-hmm. Right? She's like, I don't want to do this anymore. Fucking, like, pull over, stop the car. And Gustavo's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like,
no, she starts, like, hitting him and shit. Yeah.
She starts hitting him and everything. And keep in mind, Amelia's in the trunk.
Yeah.
Amelia's in the trunk. And I think we get some scenes of her in the trunk.
Yeah, she's just like,
Yeah, just getting thrashed around and shit. And, yeah, they're arguing. And I don't know if she, like, takes the wheel. If she, like, grabs the wheel or what.
Yeah, something like that. She either, like, I think she has a gun. At one point,
maybe,
I don't know, and he like takes the gun, something like that.
And yeah, they just because she's fucking with the driver, they just careen off the fucking street.
Oh, like it's great.
Yeah, the whole fucking car is fucked. I don't remember if it was like a tumble, if it was just like a fly into the ground.
I don't know what. I don't remember.
The car fucking exploded though.
The car. I'm pretty sure the car exploded.
Yeah, the car is fucking obliterated, and all three of them are cooked.
Are gone.
They are gone. And I think I even have here in my notes. What did I have here? Yeah, and it's crazy because I remember, I wrote down here, Damon called this movie boring just before everyone died, lol.
Yeah.
Like that, like literally as soon as you're just like, this shit's getting boring, boom.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
And yeah, everyone just fucking died. Well, everyone minus Rita.
Everyone minus Rita and the kids.
And
that's the.
You know what? You're right. I forgot about
because this movie went full circle, where Rita is talking about how she wants a family, she wants kids, but she doesn't have time to meet a man. She doesn't have time to like not be a lawyer. She's not a lawyer anymore, by the way. Yeah. She gave up that life because she has the money and she's living lavishly. She has this organization, and now she has kids. She has Emilia and Jesse's kids.
Yep.
Del Monte and Jesse's kids.
Yep. And that's pretty much how the movie goes off, right?
And that's how the movie ends.
That's how the movie ends.
She just ends up with the kids.
She ends up with the kids, and you know, it's
Rita
a happily
wins.
Ever after. Yeah, I was about to say it's a happily ever after for Rita. Everyone else died.
Everyone
Emilia
else died.
wins, fatality. Bye bye. Go to the next movie. No,
no, for real.
But yeah, that's Emilia Pérez in summary. For final thoughts, did you want to go first? For what did you feel?
I liked maybe like 2 of the songs. I liked maybe 4 scenes, 3 or 4 scenes of the entire movie. And it was, how long? 2 hours and 12 minutes?
2 hours, 12 minutes.
Yep. Yeah, that's roughly like 8 minutes of a movie that I watched.
I liked 8 minutes.
Yeah, I got nothing else, man. I got nothing else. I'm not gonna keep slandering a movie. You know what I mean?
I'm not gonna keep kicking a horse.
I'm not gonna keep kicking a horse. We all know what the fuck Emilia Pérez is. We all know where it stands on this list of 10. So I don't even need to.
Yeah. Well, at least for my thoughts. I wrote here because one of the things that I do know in the movie is that it takes place in Mexico. But it's not filmed in Mexico.
It's not filmed in Mexico.
I know that caused some people had some gripes with that. But I did write down here at the very least. I said it made France look like Mexico well.
It did,
in my opinion.
Yes.
Granted, this is somebody who hasn't been to Mexico
or France.
So yeah, yeah. So I guess that's A+1. I guess. I mean, it still could have just been. It's like a +1 because it did that, but it's a -1 because it's like just filmed in Mexico. So it averages out to just like nothing.
Yeah.
I noted that I think the movie picked up in 2 spots. One after Del Monte's initial sex change. I thought it picked up a little bit. But then, like, what it picked up, I feel like it lost and then some. Because it got really slow after that.
Yeah, the movie got very lost in its own sauce.
Like, what we described of this movie, like, it took a long time to tell. And even what we described, I feel like we did our best to, like, give it more.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I'm giving this movie too much credit. because what I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's like, my final note here, my final note is not sure. I'm not sure what they were trying to say or portray. I don't know what the target audience is. Like, I literally don't know what the target audience is. I don't know if this is supposed to be targeted towards crime thriller fans. I don't know if this is targeted to like drama I don't know who this is for. I don't know who this movie's for.
You know, I guess that's a good point because I can't even say like musical fans.
Yeah,
because
I can't even say that.
Yeah, we don't really get. I mean, we do get songs. Obviously, it's just that like none of them last for too long. But
or are good.
Yeah, but honestly, like not the songs be a good part, but I did appreciate that the songs were short. I can't fucking stand when it's just a long ass song in the middle of a damn movie, even if it is a musical.
No, that's fair.
Yeah, but yeah, I wrote that it picked up a bit after the sex change, and a little bit more, and it picked up a little bit after. I mean, getting up to the climax, which is I guess kind of obvious because I think that's just the rising action, right? Yeah, so it's like I guess. That's me giving the movie credit for doing what it was supposed to in that way. But like I said, because of how like it felt like there was like such a dip in like things that were going on between Del Monte's sex change and when that climax starts, I was like, okay, we don't need all this time in between. That just kind of got a little bit long. I wrote that pretty whatever songs. There's a lot of them. And yeah, the songs did nothing for me.
Yeah.
Just fucking penis to vagina, I guess.
Penis to vagina. And you know what? That's a perfect score.
That's a
Penis
score.
2.
Penis 2.
Vagina.
Oh. I was like, holy shit, when they releasing that.
Gotta get me one of those.
But yeah, and it's like, even the more I'm thinking about it, like, I don't know if I really like, because I said that I like Jesse's song and things like that. Granted, usually when I listen to music, I have to listen to it more than once to actually know if I like it.
Yeah, you know,
but
like they were just the better songs.
No,
like,
I was gonna say I don't know if I like the songs or if I just like the scene that the songs were in.
Ooh,
because like I said with Jesse's song, I like the phone cameras being used as the actual cameras and the dancers, and it had like lighting things going on and everything like that.
That's like Emilia's song at the like award ceremony thing where she was like on the tables and stuff like that. The camera would like whip around a lot. I kind of like that kind of stuff, but it's like you use that in a scene that I didn't really enjoy, so it's not very memorable.
Yeah, I forgot all about that scene though. That's a good shot. That's a good shot. And the last thing I have wrote down here is everyone did well, but nothing really special acting wise. I don't think there was any like really bad performances, but I don't think there was anything super crazy. I mean, like I said, Selena Gomez is probably like my favorite part of the movie.
Yeah.
But I don't think anybody really did anything like crazy in the movie. Like I wasn't sitting here just like, this person is dedicated.
Yeah.
Granted, I'm not the craziest like judge of actor. I'm like, I can pick up on if it's really good or really bad. Like when it's like that in between mark, I'm just kind of like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And that might be me just like struggling for an extra note there, just being like, you know, they acted. And that was pretty much my like overall take. Those were my final thoughts of the movie.
Yeah, no.
And yeah, that was Emilia Pérez. I'll tell you what.
What would you rate it?
Oh God. That's a loaded question. Overall, how much did I enjoy this movie? I want to say maybe like I can't settle on one number.
That's
no,
fair.
no. I'll go in the middle then. I'll give it like a. Fuck! I can't hold on. Do you have a number? Do you want to go first? Do you have something? Because I'm thinking.
I'm kind of in between numbers, but I'm gonna be honest, probably like a 2.5.
Okay, you're definitely below me. I'm sitting at a.
I didn't enjoy this movie.
No, that's fair. No, I mean I'm not going to much higher.
That's fair.
I'm thinking between like I'm thinking like 3.5. That's where I'm at.
That's where you're at.
That's
3.5
where I'm at. I can't even think of like a cool thing to give it. 3.5. I don't know. Oh, I know what. 3.5 unused Epiphania's guns in this damn movie. I thought that gun was gonna do something.
Oh yeah.
I thought that goddamn movie I thought that goddamn gun was gonna do something. This movie just fucking took my damn brain and was just like, fuck you. Just like, hey, you see this Chekhov's gun right here? Don't worry about that. That literally played nothing into anything. I was like, oh, this is gonna come back at some point. I don't even think Epiphania came back.
No.
Yeah. I was like, I really thought that was gonna like pay off in some way, shape, or form. It did not at all. So for all you people who were waiting to hear what that gun's big purpose was, it was nothing. You got the same thing I got. You got to sit and wait for nothing. Thank you.
I think that's wonderful. I think that's so fucking funny.
I hope you all felt the same disappointment I did.
I think that's great. Well, that brings our average Chrishmolish score of Emilia Pérez to a 3 out of 10.
I'll tell you what, this was definitely a feast or famine episode.
Honestly, no, you guys got the best of both worlds.
You really did. You got some high highs and some low lows. But who knows? Maybe we'll go back and we'll rewatch this movie and it'll blow our socks off.
I don't think it will.
Oh. You know what? That's completely fair. But yeah, that's our first 2 movies. We've got The Substance that was a
8.5.
8.5. Chrishmolish score of 8.5. And we have Jesus, look at me. The Substance 8.5. And Emilia Pérez, fucking 3. Chrishmolish score of 3.
Do you have any last remarks for the lovely people?
Thank you for listening. It was a pleasure. Our next episode, we will be reviewing Dune 2 and Wicked. We're probably going to talk about the first Dune along with second Dune, or from what we remember.
Oh man.
I mean, we kind of have to. I mean, they're...
Yeah, we do.
No, you don't get my reaction to Dune yet.
You don't get my reaction to Dune yet.
You don't get my reaction yet. We're watching Dune, and we're gonna watch Wicked.
Yeah.
And you'll get our reviews.
I'm looking forward to Wicked. I'll tell you what.
Green Lady.
Green Lady.